Let's talk about fat, baby. Let's talk about what you need. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that maybe you've thought about fat. Let's talk about fat. Number one, fat is fast energy for your body. So, dietary fat is a highly concentrated source of energy. It provides 9 kilocalories of energy per 1 gram, and that's opposed to protein and carbohydrates, which provide only 4 kilocalories per gram. So, basically, what that means is when you eat fat, you are giving your body a really high energy source, but it also doesn't have the same effect on blood sugars as something like carbohydrates. So, it's a really great alternative to add into your diet. And actually, it works really well with a high carbohydrate diet as well. So keep that in mind. That's actually why the Mediterranean diet is so highly recommended, because even though it is high in carbohydrates, there's a healthy level of monounsaturated fat, such as like olive oils, avocado, nuts, and seeds. Pharmacist nerd alert! Did you actually know muscles and the heart prefer to use dietary fat as their main source of fuel when they're at rest? So, if you have a really sedentary lifestyle or you work in a sedentary job, that may be a great snack option because that's what your body prefers. And that can really just keep you, highly energized in those moments when you might feel a little bit low. 330itis. Number two, eating fat can help you lose fat. What? A study conducted in Missouri showed that consuming monounsaturated fats leads to increased fat burning and reduced body fat, as well as improved insulin sensitivity. So, what that basically means is when you eat fat, you burn more fat. Pretty simple. Fat loss isn't actually just about eating less. So, the study looked at how replacing the bad fat with healthy fats. Replacing the bad fat with healthy fat can actually make you lose weight and decrease your body fat percentage. And that's important because when we talk about weight loss, a lot of the time we're actually talking about fat loss, particularly around the abdominal area, because that's the part of the body where if you get a lot of fat accumulation, you start putting a lot of pressure on your internal organs. So, for people who are like really obese, or even if you just have a lot of abdominal fat, reducing your body fat percentage can really make a difference in terms of your overall weight loss, but also your overall health levels. And fat loss isn't just about eating less. So if you change all your bad fats to the healthy fats, the monounsaturated fats, you increase fat burning at a cellular level, which means your body uses more energy to digest and metabolize foods. And that essentially means that when you break it down, eating more of these type of fat can burn more calories. And at the end of the day, everyone, let's face it, we all want to know what will help us burn more calories. So this is something that you can use in your own eating journey. Of course, the quantity of food is also really important. If you overeat on fats, like anything else, it is still going to increase your weight. So eating to 80% fullness is still a must. Number three, the types of fat you eat is important. So there's a study called the CanWoo study that showed that eating more saturated fat worsens your insulin sensitivity. Now, the thing I found super interesting about this study, and yes, there's a pharmacist nerd alert here too, that study showed that if you eat a diet that's lower in fat, that type of fat that you consume becomes far more significant. So, what that basically means is the proportion of healthy fats to unhealthy fats in your diet is actually really important. And the higher fat percentage that you have in your diet, the less that proportion becomes super significant. So, let me just break that down a little bit more. First of all, a low fat diet is a diet where you have less than 37% of your calories coming from fat. So, if that is the case, and you are eating an equal amount of bad fats versus good fats, you are going to have worse insulin sensitivity than someone who eats a higher fat diet with the same proportion of bad fats to good fats. So, keep that in mind. If your own healthy eating journey includes a low fat component, you really need to be careful about the type of fat you are consuming. You really want to be consuming way more of the monounsaturated healthy fats rather than anything like processed with saturated fats or trans fats. But watch out for saturated fats because, like I said, lower fat diet means that you do actually have to watch out for how much you are consuming. So, as in games and in life, it's really important to be strategic about the types of fat you're consuming. So, this is actually really true if you want to include a moderate amount of carbs in your food journey. And when I say a moderate amount, that's about 40% of your total food intake. Another type of fat that's been recently studied is called MCTs, medium chain triglycerides. These are things that are found in coconut oil and palm kernel oils, and you can kind of get it in a product called MCT oil, which has become really popular in the last couple of years. They are easier to digest and absorb, which makes them a really good source of energy, and they're great supplement to your normal healthy fats. I'm emphasizing the word supplement because what they do in your body is, because they're so easy to digest, they put your body into a state of starvation. It's actually called wasting syndrome. That's how they work, by inducing ketogenesis in your body. And so it's actually not healthy to use that as your only source of healthy fats. But if you're using them as a supplement to your normal diet, where you have like a lot of healthy fats like avocado, eggs, nuts, and seeds, and olive oil, that's actually pretty good because it will just improve your weight loss and improve your overall health. Number 4, fat is required for some essential vitamins to absorb. Again, what I'm talking about here is dietary fat, not fat that's stored in your body. So there are 4 main vitamins that are fat soluble: vitamin A, D, E, and K. I like to call them vitamins attic. Pretty obvious why. Meaning that they actually need dietary fat to be absorbed. So if you're deficient in these vitamins, yes, definitely you should go outside into the sunshine. You should definitely eat more carrots and oily fish, but it might actually be time to up your dietary fat by eating more olive oil, avocado, and nuts, those monounsaturated fats. Number 5, fat keeps you fuller for longer. So you've probably heard this one. Fat increases your levels of satiety. So a fat that is broken down faster in the body releases more energy and increases your fullness level faster. The fats that are broken down faster are those monounsaturated fats that we've been talking about today. And that process is called fat oxidation. So if you ever come across that term, fat oxidation, and you find that a food or a particular type of fat has a higher level of oxidation, it just means it's broken down faster and it increases your fullness levels faster. However, we're going to be a little careful on this one, because if you combine those fats, those monounsaturated healthy fats, with sugar or sweet foods, even if they are healthy fats, it can actually promote hunger. So if you're using fat to get fuller for longer, make sure you eat them as whole foods, preferably on their own or in conjunction with a protein or a longer acting carb, one of those lower GI carbohydrates. And last but not least, number 6. This is absolutely my favorite secret technique in quitting sugar. Fat helps you with sugar cravings. Woo! So healthy fats such as nuts and full-fat dairy, avocado, and olive oil can help reduce cravings for sugar because they keep your blood sugar levels stable. As well as this, healthy fats trigger the same reward system in your brain as sugar. So what does that mean? For those midnight snack cravings, for those after dinner sugar cravings, fat is a great option to substitute with. So my personal favorite, something I actually used a lot when I was quitting sugar, and I still use to this day, is eating celery and peanut butter. And peanut butter is actually one of my favorite foods anyway, and I'm really sorry if you're allergic to peanuts or nuts, because this does you obviously can't try this one, but if you're not allergic to nuts, please try this. Having 1 tablespoon of nut butter in when you have a sugar craving will make the sugar craving go away like that. It is ridiculously good. And part of any habit change is the belief that it will work. So if you don't believe me, try it. Try it and see how you go. And please let me know in the comments below if it did or did not work for you. Because, like I always say, an experiment is not an experiment unless multiple people are trying it. And you cannot call it a success unless everyone is getting very similar results. So please let me know. And I'd love to hear of any other high healthy fat snacks that you might have tried that work really well for you. But like I said, midnight when if you're getting those after dinner cravings, try a healthy fat, especially if it's combined with a protein. So another really great one is yogurt, which is a full fat dairy, but that's also got a lot of protein in it. So yogurt and berries, or yogurt and cinnamon, or yogurt and nuts. Yes, I do love my nuts. They don't make me crazy, but I love them. So yeah, give that a try and see how you go. And I hope you found some of this information useful. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you had fun on the journey. So the key takeaways from this is if you are on your healthy eating superhero journey and you want a really nice, quick, easy thing to add to your journey or have in your back pocket as a superpowered berry, use healthy fats well in your diet because it will really benefit you. Just another quick side note that is that healthy fats are really anti-inflammatory. So if you are suffering from like skin conditions or any inflammation, healthy fats can really help with that as well. So there you have it. Some of the amazing benefits of eating dietary fat where you've got monounsaturated fat. I'll put a link for where you can find sources of dietary fat and which ones will really benefit you. And I'll probably put their superpowers in there too, because you know me, I love talking about food superpowers. So until next time, stay curious, play always, and have an amazing day.